Alright guys, get ready, because Monday Night Raw is about to witness an intense shakeup that promises complete chaos and destruction. Once again, WWE is moving forward with plans that could totally change the landscape of the brand, and this time it centers around one of WWE's top-tier talents, Seth Rollins. WWE is reportedly planning to boost his faction by introducing several new high-profile superstars. But of course, the biggest mystery remains. Who exactly are these superstars? Are they going to be drawn from SmackDown's roster, or will they be exclusive to Raw? Or perhaps, will we see fresh talent from NXT being called up? That's the burning question on every WWE fan's mind right now. Hey everyone, and welcome to another in-depth WWE news update. Today we're diving deep into everything related to the emerging faction surrounding Seth Rollins and the major decisions WWE is reportedly making behind the scenes. If you've been keeping up with the recent buzz, then you already know things have been heating up for Rollins, both in the ring and in WWE's strategic planning rooms. But if you're not up to date, don't worry. By the end of this discussion, you'll know everything that's being talked about regarding Seth Rollins' new faction, who's expected to join, the motivations behind these changes, and how it might play into upcoming premium live events like Survivor Series and War Games. Now let's rewind just a bit and get into the background of this situation. A short while ago, rumors began to spread that WWE had no immediate plans to add more members to Seth Rollins' current faction. The idea was that Rollins was fine as a solo act or with minimal backup, and the creative direction seemed focused on letting him continue as an individual force within the Raw roster. There was even some backstage chatter suggesting that WWE was going to keep his current presentation tight and avoid building another full-scale stable around him. But that direction seems to have changed dramatically. According to new reports, WWE is now very much interested in building up a more elaborate faction for Seth Rollins. The company reportedly sees value in creating a strong unit around Rollins, especially with several high-stakes matches and events coming up in the future. Notably, War Games is right around the corner, and it's an event that thrives on faction-based warfare. WWE appears to be positioning Seth Rollins not just as a solo main eventer, but as a faction leader who could potentially dominate in these types of matches. The most recent update makes it clear WWE is now in active discussions to add more superstars to Rollins' faction. And we're not just talking about one guy, they're reportedly thinking of bringing in at least two, possibly more. This signals that WWE has long-term plans for this group, possibly eyeing a new powerhouse faction that could rival some of the legendary stables of WWE history. This approach could echo past groups like The Shield or Evolution, where each member of the team was built up to stand strong individually while creating serious momentum as a unit. Now, let's dig into the possible names being floated. Nothing has been officially confirmed yet, but the names currently being rumored are Ethan Page and Ricky Sentz. Both are standout talents currently associated with WWE's NXT brand. While some fans might not be very familiar with them, especially those who primarily follow the main roster, these two superstars have been doing notable work in NXT and have started to catch the attention of WWE higher-ups. Ethan Page is known for his charisma, solid in-ring skills, and versatility as a performer. He has that star quality WWE looks for when considering talent to elevate to the main roster. Ricky Sentz, on the other hand, has shown exceptional promise as a newer talent with a unique style and impressive athleticism. Together, these two could bring fresh energy and diverse in-ring dynamics to Seth Rollins' group. If WWE does follow through and bring these two up from NXT, it would be a smart move for several reasons. First, it gives the main roster new faces to build around. And second, aligning them with someone like Seth Rollins could fast-track their popularity and credibility. Being in the same faction as Rollins, who is a multi-time champion and one of the most respected figures in modern wrestling, provides instant legitimacy. WWE has done this successfully in the past by pairing rising stars with veterans, creating a passing of the torch effect that benefits everyone involved. Strategically, WWE seems to be laying the groundwork for future transitions. They know that while Seth Rollins is still in his prime, he won't be wrestling forever. Aligning him with newer stars now allows those performers to be seen as heirs to his legacy. This kind of storytelling not only boosts the NXT graduates, but also helps WWE plan for the long term by grooming its next generation of main eventers. Of course, we have to remember that all of this is based on preliminary discussions and reports. Nothing is final, and WWE is known to change its creative plans based on crowd reactions, injuries, and other real-world factors. It's entirely possible that other names could be considered. Maybe it won't be Ethan Page and Ricky Sense after all. WWE could surprise us by adding other fresh or returning faces, maybe even someone from SmackDown. There's always the chance that someone completely unexpected joins the mix, perhaps even a returning veteran or an established mid-carder ready to make a leap to main event status. It's also unclear exactly when the new faction members will debut. It might happen before Survivor Series, or during an episode of Raw leading up to the event. Or WWE could decide to unveil the entire faction at once during a major storyline shift, such as a post-PPV episode or a special Raw edition. Timing is key, and WWE will be careful to maximize the impact of their reveal. If you had the chance to make that call, if you were in the shoes of Triple H or part of WWE Creative, who would you add to Seth Rollins' faction? Would you stick with the idea of bringing in NXT stars like Ethan Page and Ricky Sense? Or would you pick someone else from Raw or SmackDown? Maybe a returning superstar like Dolph Ziggler, or a breakout performer like LA Knight. WWE fans love to fantasy book stables, and this moment is ripe for speculation. Whatever happens, one thing is clear. WWE is fully invested in building a new faction around Seth Rollins, and the result could have major implications for Monday Night Raw and the broader WWE universe. This new team has the potential to reshape the show's direction, create new rivalries, and inject fresh energy into WWE's weekly programming. If executed properly, it could also give rise to future main event stars and elevate everyone involved to new heights. And that wraps up our deep dive into the latest developments surrounding Seth Rollins' potential new faction. The future looks incredibly exciting, and as always with WWE, expect the unexpected. Surprises are part of the game, and fans can look forward to dramatic twists, shocking alliances, and intense rivalries that come from this shakeup. Before we go, a quick reminder, if you're enjoying these updates and want to stay ahead of all the breaking news, make sure to like this content and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're on the road to 100 subscribers, and your support helps keep the conversation going. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Who would you add to Seth Rollins' faction and why? Until next time, stay tuned.